Good job, Alfonso. It's good to be at F3. Anytime we get to stand on the F3 stage, it's like a bit of an anniversary for us because when it was only 3 years ago when we took Highway to market from the F3 stage. And we introduced this concept, this idea, and really a new category of carrier identity. And at the inception of Highway, the thing that we wanted to do was answer the core question of who's really hauling your freight. At the core of that are three pillars, right? Who's the user? Are they really a motor carrier? And what are they actually capable of? And we came back a year later and we had to move to fixing things at the communication channel in the inbox. And then we came back last year and we showed you our hands-free visibility solution. We now come to think of as identity in motion. And today what John's going to take you through is the basics of our trusted freight exchange. And when you take identity, where it all starts, and you begin to contextualize things at the load level, you can build a secure environment where carriers and brokers can work together.
Thanks, Michael. It's really nice to get an applause while you're starting a demonstration. Good job, man. My name's John Tozer. I run the capacity business unit that supports TFX. During this short demonstration, for which I'm not going to be able to get into all the details of TFX, but trying to highlight the big ones, I'm going to expand on those themes that Michael just presented here. Namely, the theme of identity and how it's the core of trust that the Trusted Freight Exchange is built on, and how the full suite of Highway products enables a digital, conforming, frictionless transaction. Throughout this demonstration, if I do mess up, it's probably not me. It's probably AWS. I don't know if that's too soon. But all that being said, we've asked a lot from our carrier network, and what TFX is our way of giving back to them. For that reason, it's free to join. There's no subscriptions, no fees for the carriers that move freight across this country. All the loads are real, directly integrated from TMS. Gone are the days of those ghost postings or multi-city bait and switch postings. Just like all of our carriers are vetted, all of our brokers are vetted. We leverage our partnership with Triumph to ensure the creditworthiness of the brokers that are sharing loads in that platform. And what that means is that there's not a single load of the tens of thousands of loads that are currently in TFX that can't be paid on. Once a carrier has met those eligibility requirements, that's they've connected their ELD to their VIN, we pulled that VIN directly from a full cargo policy that they've given to us, and they've verified their ID through the identification product that Highway supports. We give them a tailored, customized view of loads that we know that they're capable of moving and that they probably should be moving. They can then filter down a little bit more. They can unfilter. I know none of this is revolutionary. You've probably seen similar types of technologies here. They can add their min rate. They can add their max rate. Once they find a load that they want to transact on, they can go in, see some higher level details. Some of the things that I'm going to hammer down on here and what we provide to them is that target rate. We then match that with the Triumph intelligence to give them, hey, this is what this lane is actually moving for. We give them the high level details to digitally transact on this load. But we also give them the ability to connect with brokers that they're not already connected with. In this case, I am connected with this broker. We give them the ability to contact that broker either via phone or email. And then we give them the ability to leverage Triumph Factoring, Triumph Quick Pay, place an offer, digitally transact. When they go into place this offer, we know Triumph Intelligence was saying, 1,400 probably isn't what this lane should be moving for. So I'm going to put this in for 1,800. We require them to add the vehicle, attach the VIN with the ELD to that actual booking or that offer. And what that means is we actually ping that ELD, we look at the location of where that load is being picked up from, we look at the date, we look at the time, we verify that that asset can actually be there to pick it up. As Michael mentioned in his introduction, that full suite of Highway products allows the operator who, after from like a traditional load board, traditional marketplace, the operator is doing roughly another 8 to 15 steps when they get that digital bid or that digital booking in order to secure that load and get that carrier on it. If you're leveraging identity, TFX, secure Raycon delivery, where we send that Raycon to the right person in the right inbox, Load Lock and Load Lock Plus, we've eliminated those 8 to 15 steps, truly supporting that conforming, digital, frictionless transaction. The other thing that we give back to the carriers here is their ability to manage their assets in one place. So I already have one truck posted right here. I have the trucks that I posted in the past that have expired. I'm going to go and post a new asset. I'm going to say, hey, this is the VIN with the ELD of the truck that I'm going to post. It's a van. It's going to be in Dallas. On the 27th, post. So what we see here is I was allowed to post that truck. We pinged that ELD to make sure that that truck, based on where it's located right now, could be in Dallas on that date, on that time. If it couldn't be, we would give them an error. If I go into find loads, I'm going to cater their search now based on that posted capacity and surface the loads that I know that they can move based on their exclusions from their cargo policy and based on where their assets are at. I know that was very high level, fairly quick. That's all my time here before I either get clapped or booed off stage. So I'm going to give it back to Mike to close us out.
Yeah, thanks, John. It's really hard to unpack the difficulty of what he showed you in 7 minutes. What you're seeing is not another load board. People are going to call it that. It's not. But what you're seeing is 3 years of massive amounts of data and connectivity that allow us to be able to really determine the true identity and capability of a carrier. So like in that search right there, in those Dallas results, that's not every Dallas load that's in TFX. It's the Dallas loads that that carrier can haul based on their insurance, based on their capability, and based on that broker's unique rules. And the other important thing here is you can't just show up with a credit card and a heartbeat and get into TFX. There's rules here. So not every carrier can be in TFX, and not every broker can be in TFX. So the difference, the new world that needs to exist is like what we all interact with every day in finance and banking, which is we create conforming transactions. That's the only way that you can really change underwriting and the way that freight moves is you've got to have participants that show up and agree to play by the same rules. We'll be here all week. I'd love to talk to you about it more. Thanks for letting us